It's your boy MTC Productions, and we back with another one. Bro, guess what happened? I just was walking around the neighborhood, and my old middle school bus just dropped off some kids, man. Brought some memories. Same bus, same style, same kind of broken, but functional. Let's say that. But anyway, today's video is gonna be the Jaguars quarterback preview. With this group, I wouldn't say it's the most interesting because there's no battles or anything, but this one very intriguing, and it pretty much defines our whole season. I mean, let's starter quarterback one, QB one, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew, great case. I like what he's doing. I mean, he's worked out during the offseason, got stronger. They said he really improved his arm strength from last year, looking better. The highlights they post, he was looking real good. They were looking real good for the throwing. He threw a perfect ball to LaVisca Chenault. Perfect ball to LaVisca. Throw a lot of good fade balls, kind of looks like, or back shoulders to DJ Chark. So he's definitely has some attributes. He definitely has some attributes that we can get with. He doesn't have the strongest arm, but people kind of fall in love with these strong arm quarterbacks. It's like, are you accurate and can you get the ball there? I mean, that's all that really matters. You don't need this Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes arm where you could just throw it 60 yards without even breaking a sweat. It's like, can you get there? Can you get it there accurately? And that's what Minshew has proven. He can really drive the ball when it's needed, and he can put it on perfect touch passes and good throws. So Gardner Minshew, my prediction for him this year is about 27 touchdowns. I think he might hover around 30 because Jay Gruden likes to throw the ball. And when you like to throw the ball, good things really happen or bad things really happen. I think good. One thing, if you throw the ball a lot, you're prone to a lot of interceptions. So you might fall into that trouble of throwing a little too much and being unbalanced, but I think we can get it done. I think you can fall in that balance. We make sure you have some balance. Make sure you feed Fournette, Thompson, Waquel Armstead. Make sure you keep the defense on the heels. Like, only the Chiefs and some other teams kind of get away with just passing and passing and passing. So that's a tough one. But I really like Gardner. I think Gardner's going to have a great year. I think Gardner's going to really take that second step and be our franchise quarterback for potentially the next 10 years or whenever the wheels fall off. Like, we rode with Blake Bortles until the wheels fell off. We gave every opportunity to Blake Bortles. The fans really loved him until that last year. Then he had a lot of people turn on him, but I still got a lot of Blake jerseys. So I rode with Blake. A lot of fans did. We love Blake. It just didn't work out here. And he needs someone to sign Blake. This is criminal what's happened to my boy. Second quarterback. The backup quarterback, the Jaguars, I don't know if someone did, let me know. But did they post their depth chart on the website yet? I don't think I've seen it. I could have just been looking at an old one. Usually says depth chart in 1, 2, 3 or whatever. Who's the backup? I don't really know. Is it going to be Glennon? Is it going to be Josh Dobbs or Jake Luton? I mean, it's tough. I mean, do you want the veteran in Mike Glennon, who's been in the league for a long time? He's got paid a lot of money. Kind of be a journeyman around the league, so that's a tough one. I mean, I really like, I don't say I really like, but I kind of like Glennon. I mean, Glennon has had experience in the league. Did he used to play under Gruden? I think so. I think that's probably why we signed him. He's a big quarterback. Like, Gardner's kind of a little shorter, but Mike Glenn's huge. It's like 6'5", 6'6", big quarterback. If you wanted to paint your typical quarterback, it'd be Mike Glennon. 6'6", big arm, big dude. Of course, they'd have like the long hair going, but he's bald, so it's kind of a tough one. Or is it going to be Josh Dobbs? Josh Dobbs is a really, really hard case. We traded for him last year when Nick Foles got hurt. I think we got him week 2. I've never seen this man play. I mean, of course, he had some preseason games in Pittsburgh, but we didn't get to see him play last year in the preseason. This year, there is no preseason. So it's really hard to evaluate Josh Dobbs because he hadn't had any playing time with the Jaguars at all. I mean, of course, I see him in pregame warm-ups when we're allowed to go to the game. Sadly, I won't be going this year. But he's got some good arm strength. I mean, he seems like he can throw it. He seems a little bit more elusive. Like he can run. And if you watch his Tennessee highlights, he wasn't half bad. I mean, I can see why he was drafted kind of highly. Was it third, fourth round by the Steelers? He's got some potential. It's just when they got Mason Rudolph, it kind of threw him out of the lineup, and they were like, hey, get a fourth round pick from him, deal. And the last one is a real interesting case. Last one's a real interesting case, just because of the sure fact that Jake Luton, the quarterback we drafted in the 6th round of this year's draft, is he the answer? I mean, is he a practice squad guy? Can he compete for that second? I mean, I've heard Jake Luton was looking real nice. I mean, that's what I've heard. Jake Luton has some nice balls throwing. I mean, he's a bigger kid too. He's not one of the smaller guys. He's a bigger kid. Watching his highlights in college, he's got an arm. I mean, he's actually pretty elusive for a big guy. I mean, watching his highlights, and I saw him running. He was like not juking, but a quarterback jukes like a quick little move. I'm like, that's Jake? Man, Jake from State Farm can ball. He was balling. I don't know why he was drafted in the 6th. It feels like we kind of got a steal. And looking at his highlights, it's like not first rounder, but definitely not 6th. I'm kind of shocked he fell down there, but hey, we were able to snag him up. He could be kind of like he could turn into the next Gardner Minshew. You never really know. Will he end up next to the next Tanner Lee? I don't think so. I think he might turn into maybe a Chad Henne, maybe be able to start some games for maybe this team, maybe another team. Someone might trade for him because they really liked him in the draft, but we stole him from him. So this quarterback room is very, very interesting. We just need to make sure that we really help Gardner, because one thing with Bortles is we didn't really help him that much. We kind of gave him a second year. We really helped him because he was really able to throw the ball well and stuff. But one thing about it is that Bortles, we sabotaged his career kind of at the end. The coaching staff was like, don't throw picks. It's like, you can't play quarterback like that. That's like a cornerback, C.J. Henderson, the new guy, saying never get beat. Don't play aggressive. Be safe and conservative all the time. And being conservative is a good thing, but when you're playing football, that's not really a good thing. You have to play aggressive. There's no way around it. So hopefully Gardner, they give him the right tools. They teach him to be aggressive. Don't always take the safe throw. If you feel like you can make that deep throw across the middle or deep down the sideline and you like the matchup, go take it. Don't be scared. Don't just be dumping it off. Because I saw the statistics would say he kind of had a high dump off rate, which is, he was a rookie, so you don't want to be throwing it 40 yards every play. But just make sure Minshew keeps in that aggressive mindset. And that's what Minshew, but also on the coaching staff, make sure you don't try to save him too much. Don't protect him too much in the area or in the grand scheme of things of trying to be too safe and conservative with him. Let him air it out. Let him throw it. Let him get comfortable and be aggressive. I want an offense that's attacking. Some years it feels like our offense was playing kind of conservative, kind of like, hey, as long as we don't turn the ball over and we don't throw picks and fumbles, then the defense got him. But this new style of football that teams are playing nowadays, where they go into the game expecting 28, 35. If you're the Chiefs, 42. Teams are expected to score. I'm not saying that defense is important, because you don't want to be that one team that's in shootouts every week. Like, occasional shootouts pretty fun, but every week it's like, man, only if we could stop them and hold them maybe to 21, 17, where it's a good defensive performance. But this new league, you got to score some points. I mean, these GMs and quarterbacks and offensive coordinators are being a lot more aggressive. They're like, hey, put our foot down on the throttle and score the ball. And we need to score the ball this year. And that starts with the quarterback room. And I believe Gardner can get it done. But, hey, Mr. Jay Gruden, first, if you need an intern, hit me up. But second of all, I like how you coach, man. You're very aggressive. I think in Washington it kind of took a turn. I mean, I can't say, because, I get my news from ESPN, and that's not the most reliable source. But, hey, Just keep coaching aggressive. Make sure you get Minshew in them, the quarterback room, and the whole offense pushing forward, foot down on the throttle, ready to score some points this year. And we're gonna scare some people, and we're gonna shock some people this year. It's time for me to go back in the house. I'll see y'all boys later.